Cool. So now I'm going to, so this is the other part of this assignment, is set up this ink brush with your Yasutomo ink, let the exterior lines dry, and then think of this brush as creating all that detail on the interior, right? So surfaces and textures, and for now, just kind of draw freely with it, because it seems like a little bit technical, like you have to dip it. I just use my sleeve to wipe it usually, but you probably won't want to do that. You probably want a cloth. But once you get into this brush, you'll get ink on your fingers, but this is so delicate and expressive. So I would love to see, just like I have here, brush lines for the exterior, and then when you're working on it, I mean, don't really even think about it, but think about, your light source, kind of like how you would shade with a pencil. Think about like little textures, right? So you have he has a furry tummy, and then when you press down on this, it opens, just has such a nice grippy feeling. This is the most. This is irreplaceable. It's hard to make this tool portable and take it to coffee shops, but it is definitely, this tool kind of makes having a home studio totally worth it, because it's just like you can see the range of textures and also the feeling of the scratching on the paper, and also the precision. If you're a person that works with microns or something, all of your strokes on a micron are the exact same width, but this one, it sort of responds to you emotionally. Like if you press harder, it will make a different stroke, right? And if you are lighter, it will change, right? So there's all this unconscious stuff that you do, where you're just kind of like, oh, this arm is further away, so maybe, you just bear down on it, and it just comes out. It's just beautiful. The marks are just beautiful. You don't even have to know what you're doing, in a way. If you just start building textures with this thing, it will turn out, right? It's just kind of like, I saw Spencer, I think it was, said like, oh, I accidentally painted the whole background black. That will always work. Painting the whole background black, it looks beautiful, right? And the same thing with, just drawing everywhere with this brush. It will always look great, and it'll always have a really good feeling working with this dip pen, right? And you can see like how intricate it is. I can get my shading correct. I can just play around with cross hatching. All of these details that I made on R2D2 are really, really easy to get and really easy to think about structurally too, right? So I know that this little thing is facing this way, and I know that I can see the bottom edge of it and this edge of it. It's got a little lens in it, right? But it's just fun, right? And the main structure of your piece is already done too. So now you can kind of follow these guidelines and just decorate this work really quickly and work really freely, and you never have that feeling of like, of structuring something badly, and then that's sort of what people say when they say like, oh, I can't draw, or I tried to draw this and I messed it up. It means that you just didn't structure it correctly with the pencil. This is a little bit turned away from the light, so I'm going to shade it. Right? That's why if you draw a portrait, it doesn't look like someone. It's because the structure isn't right. Like, it's because their eyes are asymmetrical or something like that. So yeah, learn to structure and then let that go, and then see all these opportunities like the little bolt. And then I know there's like some kind of little piston here. And it looks good. You know, it doesn't look like, I mean, to me it does kind of remind me of like architectural rendering, like that kind of engineering precision. So I'm imagining maybe the shadow is in the way of the light. It's really fun to do the scribbling, and it's really fun to make it more expressive because you know, in the real world, if you make a regular form, if you have a regular form, it still doesn't predict the way that light and shadows fall on it. Right? So do all the structure, you know, set the forms up really well, and then you just have so much space for expression. You know, the expression is in the detail. And the judgment of quality, I think, is in the structure. But you have to kind of know when to stop, right? So I'm done with the structure. I did enough of it. The space looks right. All my figures are in the same space, and I just want to play with it now. That's the joy of it. Okay, so to sum up, in terms of an assignment, use compound forms to make whatever characters you want, and it doesn't have to be, you know, like Pikachu's and R2-D2. But just think of something, you know, something having a face, make up your own form, and then make a little composition like this of all of them existing in the same three-dimensional space. Then I want you to play with the pen nibs. And of course, you can also bring in tones and ink washes too, and just see if you can get all of this stuff working together. In the next video, I'm going to show you some character examples of what other people have done to inspire you in your character development.